I'm 73 years old. When I tell people that, they don't believe me. They think I'm lying. They say I look 50, maybe 55 on a bad day. I'm not here to brag. I'm here to tell you something that might save your life. My mother was 52 when she died. 52. Heart attack. She was American, born in Ohio, ate meat and potatoes, drank soda, lived the American dream. My Japanese grandmother was 96 when she died. She walked to the market every day until she was 94. She cooked her own meals. She laughed every single day, sharp as a knife until her last breath. Same genes, different lifestyles, 44 extra years. If you're a young woman in America right now, 25, 35, 45, you're probably living like my mother lived. You're tired. You're gaining weight you can't lose. Your doctor is starting to throw around words like pre-diabetic and high cholesterol. You think this is normal because everyone around you feels the same way. It's not normal. I'm going to tell you what my grandmother told me. The secrets Japanese women have known for centuries. Secrets that work in America, in your kitchen, with your schedule, even if you're a busy mom with no time. But first, I need to tell you about the day my mother died. It was a Tuesday morning in 1998. I was 45 years old. The phone rang at 6:47 a.m., my father's voice, broken, shaking. She's gone. My mother had collapsed in the kitchen while making coffee. By the time the ambulance arrived, it was over. Cardiac arrest. She was 52. I remember driving to their house that morning. It was raining. I remember gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turned white. I remember thinking, this can't be real. Not her. Not now. When I walked into the kitchen, the coffee pot was still on. Half a pot. Still warm. The smell of burnt coffee filled the room. She never got to drink it. On the counter, a box of Fruit Loops, a half-eaten Pop-Tart with strawberry filling, a Diet Coke, half empty, still cold. Her breakfast. Next to the sink, a bottle of blood pressure medication, a bottle of cholesterol pills, a bottle of antacids. She took 6 pills every morning just to function. My mother wasn't a bad person. She wasn't lazy. She worked full-time as a nurse. She raised me and my brother. She volunteered at church. She loved us fiercely. But she ate like every other American woman in the 1990s. Fast, cheap, convenient, cereal for breakfast, sandwich and chips for lunch, frozen dinners from the microwave, McDonald's drive-thru on busy nights. She thought she was doing fine because everyone else ate the same way. Her friends ate the same way. Her co-workers ate the same way. Her own mother ate the same way. She didn't know she was dying. I looked at her body in the funeral home 3 days later. 52 years old. She looked 70. Puffy face, swollen ankles, gray skin, obesity, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, all preventable. The funeral director had to use extra makeup to cover the discoloration. Her hands were swollen. Her wedding ring didn't fit anymore. I stood there looking at her and I thought, is this what 52 is supposed to look like? At the funeral, my Japanese grandmother, my father's mother, flew in from Tokyo. She was 81 years old. She walked up the steps to the church without help, no cane, no walker, no wheelchair. She stood for the entire 2-hour service without sitting down once. Pause. After the service, she came to my house. She made tea, green tea. She sat across from me at my kitchen table and she looked at me with these sharp, clear eyes. She said, "Junko, you look like your mother." I thought she meant my face, but she didn't. She touched my stomach. She touched my arms. She said, "You are going the same way." I was 45 years old. I weighed 215 pounds. I was 5'4". My doctor had told me I was borderline diabetic 6 months earlier. My knees hurt when I walked upstairs. I got winded tying my shoes. I thought it was just age. My grandmother said, "Your mother ate poison every day. She thought it was food. You are eating the same poison." I wanted to argue. I wanted to say, "Grandma, I'm fine. I'm not like Mom." But I couldn't. because she was right. She took my hand. She said, "Come to Tokyo. Stay with me. Let me teach you how to live." 2 weeks later, I flew to Japan. I stayed with her for 3 months. That trip saved my life. Before my mother died, I was exactly like her. I woke up tired every morning. I drank coffee to function. I ate a granola bar in the car on the way to work. I ate lunch at my desk, usually a sandwich from the vending machine or leftover pizza. I came home exhausted. I microwaved a frozen dinner. I ate it on the couch, watching TV. I thought this was normal. I thought everyone felt this way. My grandmother was 81. She woke up at 5:30 every morning without an alarm. She made miso soup from scratch. She walked to the market. She cooked every meal. She gardened. She laughed with her neighbors. I asked her, "Grandma, how are you so healthy? What's your secret?" She smiled. She said, "There is no secret, Junko. Americans eat too much. They move too little. They worry too much. And they are always alone. That's it. 4 things. Too much food. Too little movement. Too much stress. Too much isolation." She said, "In Japan, we eat until we are 80% full. In America, you eat until the plate is empty. In Japan, we walk everywhere. In America, you drive everywhere. In Japan, we eat with family. In America, you eat alone in the car." I started crying because she was right. I thought about my mother, eating Pop-Tarts alone in the kitchen at 6 a.m., driving to work in traffic, eating lunch at her desk, staring at a computer, driving home, eating frozen dinners on the couch while watching Wheel of Fortune, alone, every meal, every day. My grandmother took both my hands. She said, "Your mother loved you, but she did not love herself. She did not know how to care for her body. You must learn. You must love yourself enough to eat real food, to move your body, to be with people." That was the moment, the crack in the armor. I realized I was going to die at 52, just like my mother, unless I changed everything. So I asked her to teach me, and she did. Let me tell you the biggest lie you've ever been told. Eating healthy is expensive and hard. It's not. Here's what my grandmother taught me. 3 rules, 3 simple rules that changed my life. Rule 1, Hara Hachi Bu. It's Japanese. It means eat until you are 80% full, not stuffed, not I can't eat another bite, not I need to unbutton my pants. Just satisfied. Americans eat until the plate is empty. We were taught to clean our plate as kids. We were taught that wasting food is bad, so we eat everything, even when we're full, even when our stomach is screaming, "Stop." Japanese people eat until they feel okay. They stop before they're stuffed. My grandmother said, "Your stomach is the size of your fist. Why do you eat enough food for 5 fists?" This one rule changed everything for me. I started eating smaller portions. I used smaller plates. I stopped when I felt satisfied, not stuffed. I lost 30 pounds in 6 months, without dieting, without counting calories, without suffering. Rule 2, fermented foods. My grandmother ate miso soup every single morning, pickled vegetables with every meal, natto, fermented soybeans, 3 times a week. She said, "Your gut is your second brain. If your gut is sick, your mind is sick. If your gut is sick, your body is sick." I didn't understand this at first, but I started eating fermented foods anyway. Miso soup, kimchi, sauerkraut, plain yogurt with no sugar. Within 2 weeks, my digestion improved, my bloating disappeared, my skin cleared up, my energy came back. This isn't woo-woo hippie stuff. This is science. Your gut microbiome controls everything. Your immune system, your mood, your metabolism, your cravings. If your gut is full of bad bacteria from processed food, you will crave more processed food. You will feel tired. You will get sick more often. Rule 3, real food. My grandmother's daily meals looked like this. Breakfast, miso soup, rice, grilled fish, pickled vegetables, green tea. Lunch, rice, tofu, steamed vegetables, seaweed salad. Dinner, fish or chicken, stir-fried vegetables, brown rice, more green tea. No boxes, no cans, no drive-thrus, no ingredients she couldn't pronounce. She said, "If your great-grandmother wouldn't recognize it as food, don't eat it." When I came back to America, I cleaned out my pantry. I threw away everything with more than 5 ingredients. I threw away everything with words I couldn't pronounce. I started cooking. Simple meals, rice, steamed broccoli, grilled salmon, miso soup. It took me 20 minutes, not hours, 20 minutes. And I felt alive again. I felt like food was fuel, not poison. Go to your pantry right now. Find one processed food you eat every day: cereal, chips, frozen dinners, granola bars. Throw it away. Replace it with one whole food: oatmeal, fresh fruit, rice and beans, real yogurt, one swap. Today, do that every week, one swap. In 6 months, your entire diet will be different. Americans think exercise means the gym, treadmills, weight machines, spin classes, CrossFit, Peloton. Japanese people don't do any of that. They just walk. My grandmother walked 3 miles a day, every single day, rain or shine. No Fitbit, no tracking app, no fancy shoes, just walking. She said, "Your body was made to move, not to sit in a chair for 8 hours, not to drive everywhere. Your body needs to walk." When I came back to America, I started walking 10 minutes in the morning, before work, before coffee, before I checked my phone. Just me and the morning air. At first it was hard. My knees hurt. I got winded after 5 minutes, but I kept going. Within 2 weeks, my knees stopped hurting. Within a month, I could walk for 20 minutes without stopping. Within 2 months, my back pain disappeared. I lost another 20 pounds. Walking is free. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need special equipment. You don't need a personal trainer. You just need to step outside your front door. Your mission today: set your alarm 10 minutes earlier tomorrow morning. Walk outside for 10 minutes. That's it. No music, no phone. Just walk. Do it for 30 days. Then come back and tell me how you feel. I promise you, your body will thank you. This is the one nobody talks about, but it's the most important. My grandmother lived in a small neighborhood in Tokyo. She had breakfast with her neighbor, Mrs. Tanaka, every morning. She went to the market with her friend Keiko every Tuesday and Thursday. She played cards with the old ladies on her street every Friday night. She was never alone. My mother? She ate breakfast alone in the car. She worked alone at her desk. She came home and ate dinner in front of the TV. Alone. She had friends, but she never saw them. She was always too busy. When I asked my grandmother why Japanese people live so long, she didn't talk about food first. She didn't talk about exercise first. She said, "We don't live alone. We live together. We eat together. We laugh together. We help each other." The longest living people in the world, in Okinawa, in Sardinia, in Costa Rica, they all live in tight communities. They don't isolate. They don't eat alone. They don't sit in front of screens all day. Loneliness kills faster than smoking, faster than obesity, faster than anything. Your body needs connection. Your mind needs connection. When I came back to America, I started calling my friends more. I started eating dinner with my husband at the table instead of in front of the TV. I joined a walking group in my neighborhood, and I felt less anxious, less depressed, more alive. Your mission today: call one person, a friend, a parent, a sibling, someone you haven't talked to in a while. Not a text, a real phone call. Ask them how they are. Listen to them. Tell them you love them. That's it. Social health is physical health. Connection is medicine. I'm 73 years old. My mother died at 52. I've lived 21 years longer than she did. Those 21 years, they've been the best years of my life. I've watched my grandchildren grow up. I've traveled back to Japan 6 more times. I wake up every morning without pain, without medication, without fear. I don't take any pills. 0. My doctor asks me for advice now. He says, "Mrs. Yamamoto, what do you eat? How do you stay so healthy?" I tell him, "I live like my grandmother lived. You don't need to be Japanese to do this. You don't need to move to Tokyo. You don't need expensive supplements or fancy gym memberships. You just need to make 3 changes. 1. Eat until you're 80% full. 2. Walk 10 minutes every morning. 3. Call someone you love today. These aren't complicated. They're free. They're simple. But they will add years to your life. Good years. Healthy years. Here's the truth. You can't buy time. You can't work harder and earn more years. You can't scroll on your phone and get your health back. But you can live better. You can live longer. You can live like you love yourself. My mother didn't get that chance. She died thinking she was fine. She died thinking everyone felt as tired as she did. She died thinking frozen dinners were good enough. You have a choice she didn't have. You're hearing this now, today, right now. So I'm giving you a mission, a 24-hour mission. 3 things you must do before this time tomorrow. 1. Go to your pantry. Throw away 1 processed food. Replace it with 1 whole food. 2. Set your alarm 10 minutes earlier. Walk for 10 minutes tomorrow morning. 3. Call 1 person today. Tell them you love them. Do those 3 things. Start today, not Monday, not next month. Today. And in 30 years, when you're my age, you'll look back at this moment. You'll remember the day you decided to live differently. You'll remember the day you chose life over convenience. Time doesn't wait for you. Your body doesn't wait for you. Every meal is a choice. Every day is a choice. My grandmother used to hold my face in her hands and say, "Junko, every meal is a choice. Choose life. Every meal. Every morning. Every single day. Choose life." I'm 73. I look 50. I feel 40. Not because I'm special. Not because I have good genes. Because I chose life. Now it's your turn. Your body is listening.